Hello, welcome to this week's MWP Music Review, where we review the music from New Music Friday. Joining me as ever is Richard.
Hello.
Hello. This week we have new music from Demi Lovato, Olivia Rodrigo, BTS, and many more, plus all the latest news and an update on our Reddit page. Right, so we'll make a start. And also, I've got to say, we are now streaming live on Twitch. So when you listen to us on the podcast, you can now actually watch the show live on Twitch. It's on roughly about 8 p.m. UK time every Sunday. Right, so we'll make a start. First track is Olivia Rodrigo. The track is called Deja
I
Vu.
get my notes.
You get your notes. It's a good start, isn't it? Oh.
Yeah. Right, I'm ready.
Okay, so she brought out Driver's License, which is a massive hit. Was number one for weeks and weeks and weeks. What do you think of this second track?
Yeah, I thought it was all right. Some nice sounds in it. I like the drums. Quite quirky, I guess. But yeah, I gave it a 2.5.
I didn't like it as much as actually as the last one, I'm afraid. I thought the Driver's License was really good, but this one, I didn't think it was as good, actually, to be honest. So I just gave it a 2.5.
Yeah.
Right, next we'll move on to the next one. So it's Demi Lovato and Ariana Grande, and the track is called Meet Him Last Night. Again, not really my cup of tea, really. I listened to it many times, but I just couldn't get past halfway, so I just went 2.5.
Yeah. I was exactly the same. Yeah, I like the beat on it. You know, kind of standard pop song, I guess. I liked some of the string arrangements on it. But yeah, it didn't really do much for me. So just straight down the middle. Take it or leave it.
Okay, next one is Tom Odell, and the track is called Monster V.2. What do you think of this one?
So yeah, not really keen on it. The beat was okay. I started off listening to it, and then I thought, oh, this is like a 1.5. And then I listened to it a bit, then I listened to it again, and like just throughout the song and that, I was like, okay, it's more of a 2, and then 2.5, and then eventually I put it as a 3.5. It just started to grow on me, like loads. So yeah, I thought it was all right. I think it's quite catchy. Like again, it's slightly odd tune, but yeah, it was just weird right at the beginning when I first heard it. I thought, nah, this isn't my cup of tea, but my wife has decided to dry her hair. I don't know if you can hear it.
So listen, hold on.
Massive.
No, I can't. She did this last week.
You can't hear it.
No.
Yeah, no. I need to shut the door. Is the door shut? Oh, the door's shut. So yeah, it grew on me. So yeah, 3.5. I liked it.
Again, just a 2.5 for me. It really didn't. It just didn't do anything on me. You know, I didn't like it. I did like it, so I just went down the middle. So next one is BTS are back with a track called "Film Out." Obviously, they did a track that I loved last August called "Dynamite." Loved that track. This track I don't love as much, but it's pretty close. So I listened to it over and over again. So I gave it a 4.5.
Oh yeah, no, this I thought it was a bit weak, to be honest, for their sort of kind of high energetic pop songs. But yeah, not much to it. I gave it a 2.
A 2?
I didn't think much of it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Right, next one is...
I'm not a huge fan of them anyway, so I mean, I do like some of their stuff, but yeah, so it's got to grab my attention pretty quick, I think, with bands like that.
Okay. Next one is Saints and Liars, or Layers. The track is called, and it's by Gary Newman, Mr. 80s, from the early 80s. What do you think of this one?
Yeah, what did you think first?
Crap.
You can go first this time.
Crap. I didn't think of it much of it at all.
Oh, you didn't like it?
No. I thought it was poor, really poor.
Really? What didn't you like?
I just didn't like didn't like anything about it at all.
What didn't you like about it? Oh man, I loved it. I thought it was great.
Oh, did you?
I gave it a 5. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. Yeah. I thought it was an epic sounding tune. The great riff. Yeah, the synth tone on it, the vocals. What else have I? It reminded me of like early 2000 like skater music. I don't know. It just had this tonality to it. I think that just I really really like. So I gave it a 5. Yeah, digged it. I was quite surprised.
1. I gave it a 1.
Yeah, I wasn't. I went into it thinking I wasn't gonna like it, but yeah, I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I gave it a 1.
Yeah.
Is there a delay? Can you? How long is it before you can hear me?
I think there is.
Again.
I think there is a delay. Yeah.
Okay, we'll have to do the what we did last week then. So if you're in the chat on Twitch, say hello. So Ben, I can see you, son. You're in there. How you doing? He's just typed out. Hey, I hope you're well. Yeah, we're good, mate. Good. Next track is Garbage. God, they haven't done one for ages. And this one's called The Men Who Rule the World. Good, thanks. Nice one. I didn't like this one either. I gave it a 1.
Oh, really? Okay. I've been really liking the disjointed kind of tracks. Sort of a Tom Waits sort of vibe maybe to this one. Cool rock tune. Like I say, disjointed sort of thing, groove going on. I really liked it. I gave it a 3.5.
Really? Okay. So I've not been so keen on the Garbage or Gary Newman, but you quite like them.
Garbage. I've never heard of Garbage before.
You never heard of Garbage?
Today, so. No.
Crikey.
I clicked on their top tune and I do recognize it. Yeah, I do, but I don't know. It's not a band I'm really familiar with.
Oh, right. Okay. Fair enough. Right. The last one is Michael Ball, Be the One. Was it what was it your cup of tea?
It was all right. Yeah. Okay. 2.5. Not much to say on it, really.
No, I'm up and down on Michael Ball. I don't know whether is like his stuff or not, but actually, I quite like this one. I thought it was a really good effort. And I gave it a 3.5, so which is not too bad, really. So that brings us to the end of the review of the tracks this week. I've completely lost my train of thought now. As ever, we can't play the tracks due to copyright. So if you are interested in listening to the tracks, you can pop over to Spotify and listen to the tracks on there. Right. So we'll move on to the news. So we'll start with hit songwriters ask pop stars to stop taking credit for songs they don't write. This is obviously a thing that's been going on for a while. So some of the pop's biggest hitmakers are asking artists to stop taking credit for songs they didn't write. The writers behind songs like Dua Lipa's New Rules, Ariana Grande's Seven Rings, said a growing number of artists were demanding a share of the publishing royalties, even they had contributed nothing to the song at all. What do you think about it, Rich?
I don't really get that. So they want royalties for a song they had nothing to do with. I don't. There's something else going on there. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, so basically, say you write, I write the song, and then you're the artist,
Yeah.
and then they're saying that basically they're trying to get credit for it, that they've done it, and they actually really haven't.
Ah, right. I thought you said other artists are getting. What's the headline again?
So it says some of pop's biggest hitmakers are asking artists to stop taking credit for songs they didn't write. So basically, they're not.
Okay, I see. Okay,
Mm,
yeah. So yeah, an artist like I don't know, The Weekend.
yeah.
Not that he's doing it, but he's singing a song and then he's trying to take credit for writing it when he didn't write it. Yeah, it's a bit strange, I guess. I always thought I always thought a good sort of practice or something that artists did anyway was try and put their 2 cents into a track to get that royalties. There was always the joke, isn't it, with Simon Cowell? He'll play like a triangle on a track, so he get like session musician credits and things like this. Um, just but yeah, it's a bit strange. But obviously, if they feel like they've done something, they've put something towards that song,
Mm,
um, then maybe I think it's a bit deeper than them just going, I want royalties on that song, more royalties anyway, because they are getting royalties. They just want more royalties.
mm.
Well, what do you think?
Um, well, it depends on the. I mean, obviously, if someone else has wrote, someone else has wrote the track, then you shouldn't say that you claim that you've done everything. A lot of the. I mean, a famous one is Kathy Dennis. Now, if you don't know Kathy Dennis had massive hits back in the early '80s, late '80s, but then she stopped doing it and then started writing songs, and I can't remember the top of my head all the list of the songs, but I mean there were massive hits. I think she did
Mm.
"Can't Get You Out of My Head" by Kylie Minogue. I think she did that one, for example. But no one knows she did it. Everyone thinks, "Oh, Kylie's done this amazing track." So,
Oh, really? Okay, that was a cover, was it?
so yeah, no. So the "Can't Get You Out of My Head" was written by Kathy Dennis.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So obviously, no one knows that Kathy Dennis did it. Obviously, Kylie, obviously, 'cause she's at the front. Everyone thinks, oh, Kylie's brought out this amazing track. So, I don't
I
know.
don't know. I think people are pretty aware that artists like Kylie Minogue and I don't know, Rihanna, they don't 95% of their stuff they don't write. It's all written for them.
Hmm,
But that's the whole process. They have songs sent to them. They pick their songs they want. They have this whole catalog of songs and
hmm,
they work through them. And if they like them, they say, I want to do that song. And
hmm.
then they do it. And then it builds on like that. Yeah, it's not just they get handed 10 songs and they sing them. They can pick them.
Yes.
Um, they're picking songs, and it's Kylie Minogue and a team of people picking the songs for the next album and doing this and loads of different stuff. So yeah, it's pretty pretty common that obviously the actual songwriters, uh, you know, they get credit for it, but they're not famous people.
No.
Um,
No.
there
No.
was a whole thing about with the pandemic, wasn't there, and lockdown, like these hit makers were all of a sudden becoming Uber drivers.
Oh, I
You
see.
know,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that, but
Hmm.
yeah. So it's just going back to obviously the article. I think there's something a bit deeper. I think we're over the weeks we'll hear a bit more with that.
Yeah. Okay. Next one is Britney Spears cried for 2 weeks over the Framing documentary. So Britney Spears has revealed she was brought to tears by the recent documentary about her life. the singer said she did not watch Framing Britney in its entirety, but was upset by the parts she did see. I didn't watch the documentary, she said, but from what I did see, I was embarrassed by the light they put me in it. The 39-year-old said she cried for 2 weeks after the broadcast. And you still haven't watched it yet, have you?
No, I don't think I will watch it, to be honest. I haven't got Sky Plus or whatever it is on.
Okay. So, I mean, obviously seeing the documentary, I mean, basically the documentary shows from she very first started, with Disney to when she did Baby Hit Me One More Time. And then obviously her life just went rocketed. And then obviously her dad took over looking after her. And then obviously that's when the problems started occurring. And then basically all the paparazzi after her all the time, and it made her completely lose it for a while. And then she's picked herself back up. And then she did that thing at Las Vegas, didn't she, where she was a resident for a while.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's all sorts of different things. I mean, it's a very good documentary, and hopefully one day, Rich, you'll be able to watch it.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. So, so obviously she's not liked it and found it embarrassing. So, but when they do a documentary on it, they usually go to town on it, don't they? They don't leave anything out usually.
No, not with documentaries like that. Yeah. So yeah, I can understand why she should be upset with it.
Okay. Right, move on. Next one is Glastonbury news. So, Georgia Smith, Coldplay, and Haim are to play at the Worthy Farm live stream festival. So Glastonbury organisers have announced plans for a spectacular live stream from the Worthy Farm after the festival was cancelled for a second year. So Coldplay, Damien Albarn, Yura Smith, Kano, Haim, and Wolf Alice will play at the 5-hour event on the 22nd of May. And they've also promised some special guest appearances as well. The performance will be staged at landmarks around the 900-acre site, including the Pyramid Field and the Stone Circle. It's going to be like the festival, but without the people, apparently. So, yeah. So obviously that's what we thought, didn't we, a while ago, that they probably do a live stream instead, and then next year they'll go back to the full one. That's all right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I'll be getting tickets. It's not something
no,
I normally do anyway. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure it'll be a fantastic thing to watch. So
okay. Game of Thrones news. I know it's about music, but they're taking it to the West End.
Are they really?
Yeah,
wow.
And Broadway.
That's amazing.
No,
I haven't watched it all, so I kind of lost track of it. But
I was never into Game of Thrones. I watched the first one,
okay,
and I thought it was crap, and watched the rest. Didn't like it.
Yeah.
But obviously, I'm a small majority because obviously it was massive, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did you never watch it?
Yeah, I watched it. I watched maybe up to season 3. Something like that. Or up to season 4, something like that. Yeah. So I did that, and then I lost track of it. I don't know, when it all came out, I was doing cruise ships and stuff, so I was all over the place. Like I was watching it through what people were giving me, and then on like hard drives and stuff, and then I was like watching a bit at home, and then it was just a bit all over the place. So
okay. Next bit of news is the Brits 2021. So Celeste, Dua Lipa among the frontrunners as nominations are announced. So Celeste and Dua Lipa are among the main nominees for this year's Brit Awards, which take place in May. The stars both have 3 nominations, has newcomer Arlo Parks, dance producer Joel Corral, and grime duo Young T and Bugsy. So I'm not really into watching the Brits. Are you? Because I'm not it doesn't do anything for me.
No, no, not really. No, if I do catch it, I do watch it. It's like with the Grammys and stuff like that. I don't really watch that on TV. I kind of just watch clips and stuff that come up on YouTube and Facebook and things like that. So anything with the Brits, it'll be the same thing. It just if I see it on Facebook or YouTube, I'll put on. If I'm interested in it, I'll click on it.
Yeah. Okay. Right. The Dutch government is to let 3,500 fans watch the Eurovision Song Contest. So the Eurovision Song Contest has been given the permission to let 3,500 fans watch it in person as part of a trial by the Dutch government. So it's not long, is it, before the Eurovision Song Contest? Because we've been talking about it now for the last couple of months. Because first of all, they're on about cancelling it. Then they decided if it wasn't going to go ahead, they were going to do it virtually. Now they've decided the last week of the week before they're going to have all the bands performing live at the venue, and now they're going to have fans. So they've gone from nothing to quite a lot now, aren't they?
Yeah. But I mean, it's just like with anything, isn't it? They're just going with what whatever government says and stuff, and travel and all that kind of thing. So they're just, next week it will change again probably. So
yeah, we'll have to see how it all goes. Right. Next is Paul Simon sells his entire song catalogue to Sony. So Paul Simon has sold his entire catalogue to Sony Music Publishing for an enclosed sum. That's another one, isn't it? But that's to do with what Damien Keys talked about, wasn't it? Why they're selling all their music.
I lost you there. What did you say?
Did you get a bit about Paul?
Broke up.
Did you get a bit about Paul Simon?
Yes. Yeah.
I said it's a bit.
Yeah. It's he's just it's another one, isn't he? So it's just he's just selling his publishing, isn't it? Not his publishing. So he can they can manage it basically.
Yeah. If you're not so sure about the topic of why it is, if you go on YouTube, search for Damien Keys. He does a video all about it, which lasts for about 20 minutes, like 15-20 minutes. It tells you all about it, why all these artists lately are selling all their stuff. So next one is Glastonbury and the Canterbury festivals get a slice of 400 million culture fund. So West End Theatres, comedy clubs, Glastonbury Festival, Canterbury Festival will get a share of the 400 million emergency government culture funding, obviously to try and help them all out. So that's not too...
Yeah, that's great.
That's great, yeah. Right, I didn't know if you knew this, but Mr. Brightside, done by The Killers, the hit that just keeps going. So it started out with a kiss. The Killers' Mr. Brightside has set a new chart record after spending 260 weeks or 5 whole years in the UK's top 100 because of that song.
Wow. Yeah, it is a very popular song, isn't it?
I know. I don't understand why it's gone for so long. Because, I mean, it's played, isn't it? Weddings constantly, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've played it. I've played it a million times.
Yeah.
I've played it like, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of times. So.
Wonder why it's so popular though. Is it the streams?
It's just the type of track it is. No, it's popular because it's a very catchy song. People can dance to it, and it's something that, it's a song that just brings people together. It's funny to watch. The minute you start playing it, people just get to the dance floor, and it's not a song that requires people to pair off. It's a group thing as well. It's strange to see sometimes, like what it does. Yeah.
Okay. Right, that brings us to the end of the news. We'll be back next week with some more news. So now we move on to our Reddit page to give you an update on that. So every week we put new videos on for you to have a look at. So basically, just go to Reddit and search for MWP Music Review, and we're on there. Right, so the first one I put on is BTS, who do rehearsals for the Tonight Show, the Jimmy Fallon Tonight Show. We put that on. Joel Corey, Ray, and David Guetta have done an acoustic version of the song Bed, which came out 3-4 weeks ago. That's quite nice, actually. London Grammar has done How Does It Feel? They've done a remix of it. It's called the Cliff Martinez remix. So we put that on for you. What else have we got? Oh, yeah. So gaming time. Do you ever play the game Elder Scrolls, Rich?
I've never played that, no.
Do you know the game?
I don't know, no. Is it like is it for the PC, is it?
No, you can play it on the Xbox or PS.
Oh, okay.
So basically, it's like, I haven't played it for such a long time. Hope I get this right. It's you're a guy, or was it a girl? I can't remember. And you're put in this land, and you go around and you pick up things, and that's as best as best I can describe it. I haven't played it for about 15 years.
Is that you're this guy or girl who goes around? So you're a litter picking.
No,
It goes around picking up some litter.
it's a bit like you're in that series we were talking about earlier, Game of Thrones. It's a bit like that, I think.
Right. Okay.
We'll move on. Anyway, they brought out the Elder Scrolls Online, the Blackwood roads lead to the deadlines. So we put the trailer on that for you. So the lockdown game that seems to went nuts last year was Rocket League. So now they've brought out Season 3 Rocket Pass trailer. So we've got another version out, so we put the trailer on that for you. What else have we got? Oh, yeah, another game. Tennis World Tour 2. Now, I used to play a tennis game on the Xbox. I can't remember. I used to be nuts about it. I can't remember the damn name of it. We're talking like 90s. Do you ever play any tennis games on the PS?
Yeah, I used to play. I used to play a tennis game on my iPad. Actually, it was like the arcade tennis game.
Mm.
It was really good, but I can't remember. Yeah, I have played a couple of tennis games over the years.
Okay. The next one is lady drummer Domino Santantino. Probably got that completely wrong. She drums to Paradise and Coldplay, which is brilliant. Now, Damien Keys is back. Is how to make it in the music industry. And basically, he gets everyone to send him questions on social media, and he picks the 10 best, what he thinks, and then obviously he tries to answer what you think you should do. Well, like, why is no one listening to my music? Or what's the best distribution company to go to as an independent artist? So that so basically he does his top 10.
It sounds such a depressing question. Why doesn't anyone listen to my music? Is that one of the questions?
It is, yeah. He puts a good spin in it as well. He went, "That's a really good question." The problem is the poor person who sent that in. Obviously, the music could be really good, and they just can't get it out, and they don't understand why, or basically it's rubbish and no one's listening to it. The problem is when you're an independent, is getting people to listen to it. But I've no idea, obviously, how good or bad this person is, so I can't really judge. But some of the questions are quite funny. You'll be watching that now, won't you?
Okay. Yeah, just for that question.
Yeah. Right, the next one is London Grammar. They brought out the official video of How Does It Feel. I didn't think much of the video, to be honest. I love the band, but I didn't think the video was very good. The next one is it's about, again, helping you to gain exposure. The key to making music ads work for you and to gain exposure as an artist. So basically, they talk about how, going on Facebook and Instagram and what to do to try and help you get your music more out there for independence and people can find you. So was that one. Sting did a Englishman, an African, how does he put this? So it's Sting and Cherise, Englishman, African in New York, which they performed on Good Morning America. So that was quite cool, actually. He's done it's a really good version of that. I really enjoy it.
Yeah. I'm an Englishman, African in New York. I don't know.
I don't know if they do it all like
something like that.
Well, there you go. There's something else for you to watch now, isn't there?
Right, okay. Nice.
Nice.
Monday night sorted.
Right, yeah. Right. So now we move on to, that's the news done. We move on to track of the week. What is it, Rich?
I'm going to have to go with Gary Newman.
Oh, well done.
And the track Saint, whatever it's called. I can't remember. My Spotify's down.
Oh dear. I've got to look for it for you again, have I? It's called Saints and Liars.
Oh, and there you go. I should be more prepared, shouldn't I? I should write stuff down a bit more, but sod it.
No. It's BTS for me. That's my track of the week. I really enjoyed that.
Okay, yeah.
There wasn't a massive choice this week. It was quite a quiet week.
No, again, the same with last week was quite depressing songs. This week is slightly picking back up. I think, to be honest, it's interesting. We're gonna over the next month or so, and obviously leading up and going into summer is going to be some bangers coming out, I think.
Yeah, there should be. Usually in April, they start the summer tracks start coming out. So because they like the build up, don't they, to play for a month before they release them. So yeah, it should be good. Right, onto the our fans' favourite part of the show, the emails.
Oh yes. Now you'd think I would have this all, looked at, ready to go, but no. Let's log in. I like the surprise, you see. I don't like looking at before. So let's see if we've had one email. No emails. Let me check the spam. You always got to check a little bit in case.
Yeah.
No. No. Not even junk mail. Terrible. So if you want to get in contact, if you want to send us a message via email, you can at markandrichardpodcast@gmail.com. And tell us where you're listening from, what you think of these tunes and news bits, and just say hi. And it'd be nice just to have one email this year.
Said that last year.
Great. Yeah.
Before Christmas. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Right, so that brings us to the end of this week's MWP Music Review. If you've enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe. If you've enjoyed the show on Twitch, please like and subscribe also. So, yes, if you want to watch us live on Twitch, you can now. We're broadcasting the show on here as well. So the time the show starts is roughly around about 8 o'clock UK time on Twitch. You don't have to have a Twitch identification. You can just sign in, and then you can find us on there. Right. So that brings us to the end. I don't think we've got any more exciting news to come this week. I think we've covered everything now, have we?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So that's it. So thank you very much for joining us. So it's a goodbye from me.
It's goodbye from me.